I'm Sandie La Nae. Welcome to Psychic Creations. We have a very interesting show for you today, and I am going to start right now by welcoming all of you. Thank you very much for your interest in and coming to the Psychic Stone class with Sandie La Nae. We are going to learn a lithromancy technique used by the Druids, well, a couple of years ago. Okay? All right. First, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a brief history of minerals and the Druids, which are very, very interesting in what we're going to be learning, well, with the stones. Okay? All right. Now, I'm going to have to read things here because I've got too much information to try and memorize. All right, minerals, the history. Stones are eternally fascinating. They have played an important part in the history of man, as stones have been used as weapons and tools and currency, as well as jewelry and art objects. Stones through the ages have been part of man's growth and his survival. Every environment on the planet Earth is made of particular specimens of rock that tell us how and why in their formations the history of our planet. It's really cool. It's very cool. I mean, you walk outside and you're standing on rocks. Well, maybe once you get past the asphalt and the lawn, okay? Earth is just awesome because, well, Earth is rocks. Rock is Earth, okay? You walk outside, where are you? You're on planet Earth, and that's one big, huge, wonderful rock. Just love it. Now, from geologists who study minerals and to those who use stones in metaphysical properties and practices, just holding a stone of our planet's creation and development speak to us on many levels if we just listen. Now, the connection between man and mineral is due to the chemicals that humans resonate with. Okay, stones house many same chemical compositions that we humans do, that our bodies do. The most common chemical is oxygen. Oxygen. Quartz crystal. The quartz stone has been used for millennia for healing and divination, and its formula, its chemical formula, is SiO2, which is 1 part silicon dioxide and 2 parts oxygen. Yeah. So, and I think that's pretty cool because when somebody tells you you're rock, well, you really do, because you are. All right. Now, we will push forward to, this is very interesting, the history of Druids. Okay? All right. Now, one of the most well-known diviners in history were the Druids. I love that. Okay. Now, a Druid was a member of an educated, professional class among the Celtic peoples of Britain, Ireland, and Gaul, which are parts of France, Luxembourg, Belgium, Northern Italy, Netherlands, Germany, and most of Switzerland. During the Iron Age, which was 1200 to 550 BCE. That was a couple years ago. While the best known among the Druids were religious leaders, the Druid class also included law speakers and poets, doctors, and other learned professionals. Now, very little is known about the ancient Druids, although they existed, as they left no written accounts of themselves, and the only evidence is of a few descriptions left by the Greek, Roman, and various scattered authors and artists, as well as stories created by medieval Irish writers. While archaeological evidence has been uncovered pertaining to the religious practices of the Iron Age people, not one single artifact or image has been unearthed that can undoubtedly be connected with the ancient Druids. Now, the earliest known reference to the Druids dates back to 200 BCE. But although the oldest actual description of the Druids comes from the Roman general Julius Caesar. The Druids played an important part in pagan Celtic society, and Julius Caesar claimed that they were one of the two most important social groups of the regions alongside the nobles, and were responsible for organizing worship and sacrifices, divination and judicial procedure in British, Irish, and Gaulish society. He also claimed that they were exempt from military service, from the payment of taxes, and that they had the power to excommunicate people from religious festivals, thus making them social outcasts. Now, another claim was made that the Druids were held in such high respect that if they intervened between two armies, they could stop a battle. That's power. Now, speaking of the divination of Druids, he claimed that one of the most important functions of the Druids, predicting future events, and they did this in a number of ways. First, as animists. I don't know if you can all see that. Okay, animists. These symbols here. They carefully observed the world around them, looking for patterns, and then interpreted future possibilities, such as they watched patterns of the birds that flew over. That's pretty cool. They felt and smelt the wind that blew around them. I like that. That's pretty cool. And they also watched the patterns of the clouds and the colors of the setting and rising sun. I think that's pretty cool, where you can, well, have a divination intuitive method of just watching nature. Now, too, they watched the heavens, okay? They saw the patterns in the stars as they changed through the season, the phases of the moon, and the changing positions of the rising sun. Now, second, Druids were diviners that could envision the future by reading the entrails of sacrificed animals, and they could also see the future in the appearance of roots from trees. I think that's awesome. They would use hazel wands inscribed with, I'm going to blow this because I know I'm not going to pronounce this right, Ogham? Ogham, thank you. Writing, which could be cast upon the ground, and then the way that the wands fell, then they interpreted the future from how that's kind of like an I Ching thing in a way, yeah. All right, and then they also used stones in circles to predict the future. And using stones to predict the future is called lithromancy. Okay? Isn't that a cool word? Yeah. I like that word. Lithromancy. And they mark the solstices and the equinoxes using the circles, like with Stonehenge. Okay? That's cool. All right. So, that is what this class is all about, to learn the Druids' ancient method of divination. We are going to be lithromancers. Okay? When you're done here today, I'm going to call you all lithromancers. All right? Cool. All right. Now, this approach is what is known as a perfect complement. It seems as though stones in the physical and the metaphysical uses were created as a perfect complement for the human body and the human psyche. We resonate with and can utilize these respective energies with a few purposes. 1, for enhancement of body, mind, and spirit. 2, for better health and well-being. 3, for personal empowerment and improvement, which is what I talk about in my Sandie Psychic Stones book. I've got to plug my book. And 4, for divination. Okay? Now, being a lithromancer is so cool because we actually have the world in the palm of our hand when we divine using stones. So let's divine using stones, okay? All right, here we go. Now, this is the fun part. We are going to program your stones. And one of you doesn't, well, you know what? Here. Who doesn't have the packet? You didn't? Okay, there you go. Go ahead and have those. We will, in your page sheet, you'll see a pie-shaped stone cast wheel. Okay? All right, we'll explain what that is in just a moment. And you'll also get a stone cast instruction sheet. You see that? One of you doesn't have one. You have to kind of share there. I think it's right there. There you go. Okay, and then you get a bag of stones with your a bag of your casting stones. Cool. Okay. Now you'll see that the stone cast wheel is printed in many different sections. Those are called modes. Those particular sections are called modes. Okay, now the instruction sheet is printed with the subcategories to the sections, and on the other side are the stone descriptions and stone meanings. Okay? You will see each wheel section and stone meaning have the different characteristics of the particular words. Okay? Here, on the chart with the instruction sheet. Okay, and we'll speak about all of this in just one moment. But first, let's program our stones for casting. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to go down the line here, and we are going to first hold each stone. We are going to tell it its scientific name. Then we are going to tell it its metaphysical meaning. Okay? All right. You know what? Go ahead and, let me see. You didn't get the instruction. Go ahead and use this one. I probably marked all over it. But go ahead and use that one, and then I'll cheat and I'll use yours here. Okay? Okay, the first stone that we're going to look at is, let me see. Let me turn that over. I'm going to cheat and use yours.
Quite
Okay?
all right. That's quite all right.
Okay, the first stone we're going to look at is called the leopard skin jasper. And that's a little brown stone that's got like, looks like fossils or something in it. Okay? Everybody got that? That would be yours there, yeah.
Okay.
And that's yours right
Okay.
there. Okay?
Just
Some of them might be dark brown, some of them might be beige color. Okay, got that? Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to hold it, and you are going to tell it. You are the leopard skin jasper. And you mean gold.
You mean gold.
There you go. Give it a big kiss if you like. They're all, put some extra power onto these. So, all right. Okay. Now, we will move on. We'll just kind of go back and forth like this to the sides, okay? We'll go to next the orange calcite. And that's the nice candy-looking piece of, it looks kind of orange-yellow. There you go. Looks like a jelly bean. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Everybody found theirs? All right. Once again, hold that. You can say its name. You are the orange calcite. And you mean mood. There you go. And you know what? If you'd like to, I just want to add this little point is, you have two really cool sides to your body. Your right side is your physical side. Your left side is your psychic side. So when you are programming your stones, and if you want to hold them in your left hand, whatever you feel comfortable with, do that, because then that's really putting the psychic power onto your stones.
Get it.
Yeah. All right, now we'll move on to the next row, which is the aventurine, and that is the green stone. Some are dark, some are a little lighter. This is one right here. There you go. Yeah. Okay, everybody finding your aventurine? Cool. You good with Rowena? You got yours? Okay, yeah, that's it. All right, there we go. We can hold it up and we can say, you are an aventurine, and you mean connections. There you go. Hey, you guys have got it. Now you can teach your own class. I like that.
Don't think so.
All right, now we'll move on to the rose quartz. That's the cute little pink stone there. Real light pink. There you go, transparent. Real light pink. Okay, everybody find that? All righty, let's go ahead and program that.
You are rose quartz, and you mean pleasure.
Awesome. Oh, you guys are so good. I love this. All right. All right, now we're going to move on to a starry jasper, and what that is the dark red stone, and it looks like it's got some silver or gold in it. Okay, that's actually hematite that's in the stone there. Okay, yeah, okay, that's it. There you go. You got it? You got it? All right, good. Okay, cool.
I know, huh?
Everybody have them? Okay, well, excuse me. Let's go ahead and tell it what it is.
You are starry jasper, and you mean energy.
Yay! All right. Hey, you guys are awesome. Okay, now moving towards the moonstone. That's kind of the, it looks like kind of a cream colored. It's got maybe some of the stones have like some white lines, striations in them. Okay. Okay, that's it. This one here. Yeah, that one is. You've got that. That's it. That's it. Yes, that's it. There's kind of a cream color. Can you find it? Debbie is a big help over there too. So, okay. All right. All right. So now what we do is
You are moonstone, and you mean rewards.
Yay! Awesome. Okay, now moving on to the citron chrysoprase. That's kind of the really green yellowish looking kind of thing there. Okay. Have you got that? You've got that? There you go. Right. You got that all right? Deborah, have you got yours? Okay. All right. All right. Go for it, guys.
You are citron chrysoprase.
Yeah. Citron chrysoprase. There you go. I'm going to give you a test after this. Okay? All right. Okay, selenite. That is the white clear stone. It looks like a little wafer. Okay. Yeah. This one I have to ask you to be real careful with because it flakes and peels and it's very, very delicate. So it will be throwing your stones around. Okay. All right. And this is
selenite, and you mean change.
Very, very good. All right. Now the last two. Blue lace agate, a real pretty soft blue color. All right. Everybody's got that? Yes, that's it. All right.
Like a shark tooth.
All right, and what do we do?
You are blue lace agate, and you mean hope.
Isn't that a pretty stone for that meaning? It just fits, doesn't it? Yeah, it just fits. All right, last but not least, we have got the zebra stripe agate. That, of course, is the black and white mineral. Okay, everybody's got theirs. Excuse me. All right. And
you are zebra striped agate, and you mean power.
There you go. Those are your cool stones for your stone casting divination method. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
They are cool. And now I have, before the class, I put extra power on the stones, but putting your own energies on the stone, you just gave it a quadruple whammy of wonderful things. Okay? These are all yours. All right, now. Okay, I'm going to give you an example of just how a stone can be interpreted using the main significance and the different sub-meanings when it lands on a particular casting wheel section. Okay, your leopard skin jasper, okay, can you find that? Now put that in the pie section, the work, the pie section where it says work, okay? That way you can just get a visual while I'm talking about it, okay?
It's supposed to go to which one?
Yeah, leopard skin jasper on the work pie section. There you go. Okay, now let's say you're casting for yourself or for a friend, and the leopard skin jasper does happen to land on the work section. Okay, now what that could mean is, now the leopard skin jasper denotes goal, okay, and that could mean A, focus your attention on your financial work goal for success in a more comfortable life, okay? Now, it could also mean, too, pertaining to the questions that you asked, It also could mean that you feel in your heart and your soul needs some attainment in a spiritual goal. So you work towards, for example, becoming a Reiki master to have that spiritual goal for you. Now see the different interpretations, okay? And that is what all of the like subcategories like under goal means, okay? Now, I know that this could be a little bit overwhelming at first, but let me see, how can I describe this? When you cast stones for yourself, you will know what subcategory that leopard skin jasper will mean as far as a goal for what type of work that you need. Financial work, the spiritual work, etc. Okay? Now also too, the more that you work with this, the more your intuition will really start coming out. Okay? To where you probably won't even need the instruction sheets anymore because you'll feel. Anytime that you have the power of the energies and anytime that you're working with any type of divination where you're using your intuition, the more you use it, the more powerful it gets, the more in tune it gets. Okay? So you don't even have to second guess yourself anymore. You know, at first you might think, oh, I don't know if it means that or not. Kind of feels like, well, you know, you do this in a week, you're going to think, oh, I know what that means. It'll come on that quick. I mean, literally, that energy, that power, that intuition will come on that quick. Okay? So, this is awesome. Okay. Now, before we play, let's see, I already said that. So, before we start playing, because that's what I want you to do after we get through with, well, the main part of the class here, is I want you to kind of play on each other's stones here, okay? If you feel comfortable doing that. Or you could use them just for yourself. But there's one very, very, very important factor about divination with stones, and that's cleansing. No, you don't have to put them in a fishbowl. I just thought, I made a mistake, so it's like, oh, okay, well, let's fix that mistake. All right, cleansing, very, very, very important after each stone class, especially if you are casting for a family member or friend, okay? Very important, because each of us has energies that will resonate with the stones, and two, they have the energies that resonate with you and you to them. Maybe they're a good friend, maybe they're your family member, so you have that bond, okay? This is extra important to have them cleansed because the stones need to be free of all previous energies from a previous reading, okay, well, a previous casting. Okay, it's real easy to start getting things mixed up. Okay, so the best way to do that is, well, think of a cleansing as a chalkboard. You know, you wouldn't want to keep writing over your, prior letters. Well, stones like to have a clean slate too. Okay, yeah. Now, there's hundreds of ways that you can clean your stones. You can use cold or ice water. Now, that's what I do with my reading stones, is after I have some reading, I always keep cold water in the refrigerator and I give them a nice cold swim. They love that. So that's what I do because I don't have time for other things, because you can set them like in sea salt, regular salt, overnight maybe if you'd like. You can put them in the sunshine, the moonshine. Not the kind you drink either. Okay? Or you can too set your stones on crystal clusters. Crystal clusters are real good to help cleanse. So it just depends on what you feel good about cleansing your stones, okay? Sometimes when I've been in a big hurry and I've had a reading where, it was just kind of real powerful reading, I have a cloth with me and I just start wiping down all the stones, real quick. So even in a pinch in that, I mean, you could put the breath of life on it to clean. Okay.
So if you do the water, the cold water, you just put them in and then take them out, or is there a time that you...
I just leave them swim for about 10 minutes or half hour or 3 hours later, whenever I remember to take them out. And yeah, they love, well, okay, this is just my opinion, okay? My stones love the cold water because, well, they're used to being in the earth, in the waters, in the caves, okay? Maybe lava might get a little upset when I put them in the cold water. They're used to being in the middle of the earth where it's hot. But but they all survived.
I
So,
have a question.
uh-huh.
When you're doing this casting for someone, are you in control of the stones, or do you give your stones to the person you're casting for?
Good point. Good point. It's best that they can maybe hold them, and now this is just personal preference. They can maybe hold them while they're asking a question, but it would be kind of good for them to give them back to you so you can toss them, because, well, they're small, there's not enough room, and some people might think they're at the roulette table, you know, let's scoot them on down the end of the table. So it would be best if they held them, give them back to you, and then you toss them lightly.
So gently cast stones. Got
Yeah,
it.
don't kind of go like, you know, if you can, just toss them.
So you could make actually a bigger wheel
If you wanted to.
Wanted to.
Oh, sure, yeah, you bet. Yeah, there's no limitation. These are good questions. Thank you for asking that. There's no limitations to this size. You can make it as big as you want and use bigger stones, you know, if you want. So sure, this is just one method that the universe is real lenient with everything. You can adapt it, addendum it, delete it, whatever you want to do, okay?
When you do a reading, do they choose like one stone, or do they just take them all? And
It's best to have them all, or if you're in a pinch and maybe if they're, well, maybe if they are only resonating like with the citrone chrysoprase and the leopard skin jasper, those are the only two stones that they're liking, well then that's going to give you a nice message too. Well, we've got to focus just on those meanings. And then of course where they fall on the pie chart, that's how you'll interpret it. So thank you for that. That's an awesome question too.
Sandy, another way, when I do my runes, I also can cleanse with essential oils.
Oh,
A little
good
bit, put a little
point.
bit of oils in your hands and then rub them on your stones.
Mhm.
As long as, I don't know how it would work with the selenite, but I know the other ones it helps, so.
Oh,
Lavender
thank
or
you for
whatever.
that.
Yeah, I use oils sometimes too.
Good point. I like that.
Which oil do you use? Any one particular?
Being a woman, I use
Frankincense or-
lavender, it's frankincense,
Oh, nice.
yeah. But lavender is the feminine energy, so that would be a good one if you're a female stone caster.
Sure.
And frankincense can be expensive.
Yeah, okay, all you need is a drop. But yes, yes, you don't need to bathe them in it, they don't need to swim.
Thank you for that, Kim.
They don't
Sure.
need to swim, but yeah. just
All right.
here.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Now, there is something very important that I would like to say. I just need to explain a disclaimer, okay? And it's about the Druids. I want to take this time to explain that all Druid information available is speculative, okay? And is based on historical, anthropological, and limited written records about the Druids. They've always been a mystery. They will, I think, forever and eternity remain a mystery. And so to save my butt, I've got to put that disclaimer in, okay? Okay. All right? Now, I want to send out a huge congratulations to you all. You are all Lithromancers now. Isn't that cool? Thank you all for attending the class and for your interest in the class. Now let's play. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for being part of this class today. It's an honor to have each and every one of you here. Thank you so much. Now, if you would like to be a guest on my Psychic Creation show, please note that the content is of metaphysical and spiritual and also holistic health specialties and the paranormal. You can get a hold of me at my website, which is www.sandypsychicstones.com, or you can get a hold of me personally at admin@sandypsychicstones.com. Thank you so much for watching Psychic Creations, and we'll see you next show.